name is Sean Scott. I've been doing CrossFit for like 6 years. Kind of in the beginning, there's a little on and off. I started like late high school, and like with football and basketball and whatever, a lot of times you take breaks from the extracurricular working out. So started in high school. I go into the 5 a.m. class like with my dad in the mornings, right before school. I thought I was super cool. And then got into coaching probably almost 3 years ago now. There's so much to do in here, right? I ended up like spending so much time at the gym anyway and trying to learn everything and get good at everything. From there, it was kind of just the owner asked, because I was kind of helping out around anyway. Our owner at the time was gracious enough to ask if she could pay for my certificate at the time, and then I could kind of work it back off later. So I got a lucky opportunity there. Started coaching pretty shortly afterwards and been doing it ever since. It's something for me that I didn't think I would be into. I didn't think I cared, because at the time I was focused on me. Like, I was caring about the handstand walks and the muscle ups and all the flashy stuff, right? And then when I started to get into more of the coaching realm and people get their first pull up or they get their first whatever, that's when I started to realize how much I did enjoy it, because it's almost cooler when somebody else gets something for the first time than it is for me, right? I enjoy, so in the realm of CrossFit things, if you were to watch me like on an athlete side, I feel like I excel more on like a pull-up rig or on like doing gymnastics types movements. And I am admittedly not the strongest person in the world, but I actually have the most fun coaching those lifts, even though I'm not like technically the best at them. The way you can kind of grab out your smartphone, put on the slow motion app, and like tweak little things at a time and see things kind of click for people, whether it's like a clean or a snatch or even a deadlift or a back squat or something, and something like clicks for them and it feels right and like, oh wow, that felt way better. I think that's cool to me. Whereas you would think maybe like because I'm better at muscle ups or pull ups that I would be more into those. Those are actually somewhat harder for me to coach, because I just being like a young male doing pull ups my whole life. Early on when I was trying to teach pull ups, I was like, I don't know, just pull. I don't see what the problem is. So I related a lot more to being not like having the whole brand new movement in front of me with the lifts, because I had to start at square one for those, like a lot of people do. Like some of my earliest memories of like workouts, we had a Fight Gone Bad workout like within the first month of me being at the gym, and I had these like super foam bottom running shoes on, and I was trying to rebound some box jumps because it was the only movement I could get any points on, because I was doing like threes on the wall balls and whatnot. And I just remember like every round just dragging myself through that to get to the box jumps, and then my feet were all wobbly all over the place because of the shoes, and that's probably one of my earlier memories of my first workouts. At the Caffeine and Kilos like competition they hosted 2017, I think, is a 4-person team, and they had double kettlebells lined up in front of, like right in front of the bleachers, and you had to do max kettlebell squat cleans with them or something while your partner ran out and did something, and then they tag you out and come back in. And I tried to clean these kettlebells, and the fat end of the kettlebells went over my shoulder, and I fell, and I rocked all the way back, and I hit the box behind me in front of the whole crowd, and everybody was laughing at me, and I kind of couldn't sit back up because the kettlebells were still on my shoulders. So I didn't think to like just push them to the side and sit up. I tried rocking forward, and everybody laughed more. So I have a unique relationship with Murph. It's kind of I guess it is a benchmark workout, right? I don't know if it's my favorite, and I don't think that's fair to say it is my favorite, because I don't particularly enjoy doing it at any point. But I've done a triple Murph before, where you triple all the reps of everything. Rather than doing like Murph to Murph to Murph, you do one triple Murph, right? So you start with the 3-mile run, and then it was 300 pull-ups, 600 push-ups, 900 air squats, and then an attempt at a 3-mile run at the end, and you're mostly like crawling because your legs are not working too well. But I've always enjoyed not so much the workout itself, but just kind of the day of Murph in here. People are, if you don't have enough vests for people to wear, people are using wall balls to do the workout, or they're wearing sandbags, or they're holding a dumbbell for the whole thing. And you don't need a whole lot of space for it. You can fit 200 people in a gym to do Murph because you only need where your feet are to do it. So I don't know if the workout itself is necessarily my favorite or the experience of it. I do enjoy competing very much. I think I enjoy training more than I enjoy competing currently, especially like early in your like competing career because you're not very good. So you go out there and people are way faster and stronger than you, and you're like, wow, this is a bad idea. But over the last few years, like seeing your hard work kind of pay off, sounds like cliche because it's so popular now. But working on your lifts, working on your things, and seeing those pay off when you go somewhere where you compete against somebody else it's a really satisfying feeling. And also having those failures, like for me, not this past year, but the year before, I was well aware that I was not doing any deadlifts, like almost the whole year. I like had one movement that I was like pretty sure I skipped every time it came up, and then we had deadlifts in the open, and I had a very eye-opening experience where I did very poorly in that. So it goes both ways. I coach in here afternoons, kind of randomly, right? And some mornings, early morning class about once a week. Afternoons, if I'm not in here coaching, I'm normally in here anyway. Me and the dog come in and hang out with Emily while she coaches, or while Trevor or Bronson's coaching. We kind of are off in the corner over there doing something silly or trying to hop in the workout with everybody. So normally every afternoon I'm here, whether it's coaching or not. And then 1 or 2 mornings a week, I'll also be in here hanging out with the 5 a.m. group, seeing what they're up to.